Good afternoon, Mrs. Burgess's class. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. And I did say afternoon because remember when we learned about telling time, it is now after 12 p.m. So we are in p.m. afternoon. It is actually 12:08. So we know now that that is p.m. and not a.m. I hope everyone's doing well. I've missed everyone so much. And guess what? Bob has missed you all too so much. Bob has really missed everybody. There he is right there. And Bob and I are going to read you a story today. It is actually Mrs. Burgess's birthday. And don't worry, I have my birthday treats at school and I know we're going to be back and I have something favorite for everybody. It is unicorn fruit roll-ups with tongue tattoos, and we'll have granola bars and some Capri Suns. So we will celebrate my birthday when we are back in the classroom. But today I wanted to read a story because, as you may know, AR is now available for you to take tests on at home. So I thought I'd read an AR book so everybody could maybe start off taking an AR test at home. You can access it through the district website and you can go into Accelerated Reader. If you forgot your password, just have your parents message me on Remind. I brought them all home, so I'll be able to hook you up with your passwords. So I thought we'd read one of our favorites today, Mr. Putter and Tabby Make a Wish. You know, Mr. Putter and Tabby, along with Henry and Mudge, are some of Mrs. Burgess's favorite books. So Mr. Putter and Tabby Make a Wish. Here's our title page, Mr. Putter and Tabby Make a Wish. Remember, these are chapter books, so we've got 3 chapters we're going to read today. Good Heavens, Can You Wait? And finally, Chapter 1, Good Heavens. It was a beautiful morning. Mr. Putter and his fine cat, right, Tabby, were eating raisin crumpets and apple jam and reading the morning paper. Mr. Putter looked at the date of the paper, October 2nd. Good heavens, Tabby, said Mr. Putter, it's my birthday. Tabby looked at Mr. Putter and purred. She was a little messy from apple jam, but she was glad it was Mr. Putter's birthday, if birthdays meant apple jam. There's the pictures. Mr. Putter put the paper down and began to think. He thought of all his many birthdays, especially those when he was a boy. He had loved birthdays then. He always got a really good present, like a scooter or a model plane kit. He got a cake with candles. He got balloons. He got company. Birthdays were perfect days. But now Mr. Putter was old, too old for scooters and model plane kits, too old for balloons, too old for a cake with candles. He'd need a fire hose to put them out. Look at all those candles on that cake. Mr. Putter was just too old for a birthday. He would not think about it. He would not think about cake or candles or balloons or model plane kits. He would enjoy his breakfast with Tabby instead. More jam, Tabby, asked Mr. Putter. Tabby purred. Jam was nice. Jam was fine. Mr. Putter would just have more jam. Chapter 2, Can You Wait? Mr. Putter couldn't help it. He wanted more than jam for his birthday. I am too old for birthdays, Tabby, said Mr. Putter, but I want one anyway. There he is talking to Tabby. Mr. Putter decided he could at least have some company. He would invite his neighbor, Mrs. Teaberry, and her good dog, Zeke, to tea. Mr. Putter called Mrs. Teaberry. He told her it was his birthday. He invited her to tea. Wonderful, said Mrs. Teaberry, but first I have to do the dishes. Can you wait? Well, Mr. Putter said he could wait. He He finished reading the paper. Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to curl my hair, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. He took a little snooze. Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to unclog the tub, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter said he could wait. He read a book. Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I have to find Zeke's ball, she said. Can you wait? Excuse me. Mr. Putter said he could wait. He clipped his nails. Mrs. Teaberry phoned. I'll be there soon, she said. Can you wait? Mr. Putter wanted to say no. Mr. Putter wanted to say, it's my birthday and I can't wait. But Mr. Putter was nice. He said he could wait, even though he didn't want to. Mr. Putter was getting older by the minute. Soon it would be tomorrow, and tomorrow was somebody else's birthday. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby, who was curled up in a bowl. So far, this is a very strange birthday, Mr. Putter said to Tabby. Chapter 3, finally. Mr. Putter thought Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke would never come to tea. He thought he would have to wait forever. He thought he would be waiting until his next birthday. But finally, the doorbell rang. Mr. Putter opened the door. On chapter 3. Surprise! It was Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke, and Mrs. Teaberry was carrying an enormous cake loaded with dozens of candles. That is a big cake. Enormous is a great adjective to describe the size of that cake. Zeke had a present around his neck and balloons on his tail. I had to make you wait, said Mrs. Teaberry, so I could bake a cake. Mr. Putter looked at all the candles. I'll need a fire hose to put those out, he said. There's Zeke with the balloons and the present. Good old Zeke. When tea was served and he had opened his present, a model playing kit, Mr. Putter blew out all of his candles. It took 5 big breaths plus some help from Mrs. Teaberry's hat, but he got them out. Did you make a wish? Asked Mrs. Teaberry. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby and at Mrs. Teaberry and at Zeke, and he couldn't think of anything to wish for. He had everything, even a model playing kit. Mr. Putter and Tabby and Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke ate cake for days and days, and Mr. Putter built his model plane almost perfectly. He just got a little mixed up on the tail. It had been such a wonderful birthday. Of all the birthdays in Mr. Putter's long life, this one really had been worth the wait. There they are going out to fly the plane. And that is Mr. Putter and Tabby Make a Wish. Now, remember, think about the characters, Mr. Putter, Tabby, Good Dog Zeke, and Mrs. Teaberry. What's the problem in the story? Well, Mr. Putter's got a birthday and he wasn't sure that he wanted to celebrate it, but then he decided he would and invited Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke over, and then they kept making him wait. And they might ask questions about some of the things that Mr. Putter had to wait for. Mrs. Teaberry said that Mr. Putter had to wait because she had to do the dishes. Then he had to wait because she had to curl her hair. Then he had to wait because she had to unclog the tub. Then she had to find Zeke's ball. And finally, she was ready to come over. Also remember some of the things Mr. Putter did with Tabby was he took a snooze and he trimmed her nails. Always remember the details in these stories. So if you need to, watch it again before you take the AR test. Now you can take the AR test at home, so go grab a pencil and paper And Mrs. Burgess has the title, Mr. Putter and Tabby Make a Wish, and the AR quiz number, 87711. And remember, the two snowflakes meet that you need to check off. It's going to read the questions and the answer choices to you. And let me know via remind from your parents whether you liked this story and how you did on the test. The number is 87711. Well, that's all for today, and I will be back tomorrow with another story or some kind of math lesson for you. Love you all. Bye-bye.